this is all about me helping people become the best themselves that they can be, right? Like, I don't want to just play games. I want to add value. You know what I mean? I want to add value to your lives. And so we take some moments each week to at least drop a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of truth. Sometimes that truth hurts for me, right? Because it's things that I'm also walking through and trying to learn. And sometimes I have to preach to myself. I really do. Sometimes I have to preach to myself sometimes. And so I wanted to share a little bit with you guys. I have a terrible habit of trying to outrun myself and outrun and outdo and win and go and push and do all that I can do to get that W in whatever it is that I'm chasing. It's always been a shortcoming of mine. I remember this race that I ran. I just graduated high school. I was pretty good at running. I was in very good shape. And this was a half marathon. And I remember starting this thing, and it was one of the hottest days of the year. Central Illinois, 97 degrees, heat index of like 105, super humid, really humid outside. I mean, the humidity was in the upper 80s. It was crazy. All right. This thing started at 7 a.m. And every morning when I wake up, my body kind of hurts, you know, it always has, just because I don't know why. My body just always kind of hurt when I wake up in the morning, right? And so morning races never really sat well with me, but I got myself up. I got mentally prepared. You know, I went poop. It's important. If you're going to run 13 miles, you better go poop before you go. Yeah, I went poop, you know, I got a little bit of breakfast in me. And that was always kind of a weird thing. Like, how much food do I eat? How much water do I drink? And I always wanted a little bit of something sloshing around in my belly. Not too much, but I always wanted a little bit of something in there, just so that I could feel that I had, you know, that I had some food in me, right? And I get to the race, gun goes off, and I run. And I come into that first mile a little slow. I was like, man, this is not good enough. I'm already off pace. I came in at like 6:13. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is way too slow. And so I start feeling down about myself. Well, maybe this isn't the day. Maybe it's not the thing, you know. Maybe this isn't my time. Maybe it's just not my race. I'll just kind of get through it. And then I see my coach on the side of the road. And he yells at me, smile. It's just the first mile. Just smile. I'm like, smile? Why would I smile, you know? And as I continue on, I'm like, all right, I'll smile, you know? And the second I did, I felt something release in my body. Something in my mind let loose. And I realized, this is kind of fun. I'm competing with some really, 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 really fast people. This is kind of cool. I've got an insane opportunity. I've got an opportunity to qualify for the largest half marathon in the nation at the Indianapolis mini marathon. And mile 2 comes in, and I'm a little bit faster. I'm at 5:58. Mile 3, I'm at 5:56. Mile 4, I'm at 5:57 and some change. Mile 5, I'm at 5:52. And every mile I just kept smiling. I started enjoying the spot that I'm in, and I started noticing the details in the landscape. I started noticing the cadence and the rhythm of my breathing. I started noticing the twitch and the twinge in each one of my muscles. I started experiencing something that I wasn't allowing myself to, because when I first came in, I was so focused on, well, I got to finish this race. Let me just get through it to the end. Well, once I started focusing on every little detail right where I was at on that journey, my mile time started dropping drastically to the point that I was running low 5-minute miles for the next 7 miles. And I ended up coming in and finishing that race in my very best half marathon time of 1 hour and 17 minutes. And I set an insane placement record for myself. And it just reminds me that all of us can be on a journey to something. And we get fixated a lot of times on the end goal, but we forget that the joy of traveling that, sometimes when we fall and sometimes when we encounter adversity and when we encounter things that are hard, when we encounter suffering, we want to get through that real fast. We want to kind of sidestep that and get away from that. But what we don't realize is that suffering, those moments of pain, those moments where it's really hard, we need those moments, because it's in those moments where we get to make a choice. We get to make a choice. We're going to make the choice to be better. We're going to make a choice to grow. And we're going to make a choice to see the dreams that we believe in will be ours. A few years later, I'm in college running for a small school in Oklahoma. And my coach, I was struggling there. Oh my God. Level up, arena! Oh my gosh. Let's go. Leave it up to Level Up Arena to ruin my moment. We are in, I'm struggling there. My coach says the same advice. Bro, you need to just smile and enjoy the journey. And that's it. So no matter where you're at, maybe you've run up against a wall, maybe you've run up against something that seems hard, maybe you're on a streaming journey yourself and you don't know why you're not getting any more viewers or whatever, right? Your win is on the other side of that door that you're afraid to open up. If you step into that unknown, if you step into that area where you might feel some pain and some suffering, and you face that, I guarantee you, you're gonna come out better, and you're gonna get that W. Let that be a little bit of an encouragement to you guys. I love y'all. We're gonna be back here in just a few minutes with some Infinite Cage 89 and some games, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I love you guys. We'll see you very soon.